Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Andy Nguyen, and today we're looking at the Thera75. This is a 75% key layout with the top right blocker. Is it the most popular keyboard layout right now? Let's take a look. And I did say if we hit 20K subs, we will do a review in wing mode, and we're so close. All right, to get out of the way, we gotta talk about what makes this keyboard good. It is a plateless design, so there's no plate here. It's PCB mounted into the case and gasketed, so it's actually pretty desirable. If you miss the Jelly Epoch, if you miss the 7V, this is a great alternative, although this is GB, unlike the in-stock of the Jelly Epoch. And really the main thing is, this is $260. It's actually quite affordable compared to the other two options. The only difference is we gotta address the shipping. Considering they're not doing vendors, they're shipping all directly out of one store. It is $55 shipping, so $260 plus 55, that's $315 shipped for the base board. And unfortunately, any extras, those are additional shipping costs. It's not kind of grouped together in one box. So you got to plan for this and buy accordingly. For transparency's sake, the Thera75 is by Keycaps, which is the same company that made the Valley 60 or will be making the Valley 60, and this is a sponsored video. Will it affect my opinion? Hell no. I always give it to you straight. All right, let's talk about these aesthetics. 75% key layout gives you all the keys you may want, but this blocker right here has drawn a lot of attention. If you look closely right there, it is actually centered in the space. It's not centered on these keys. It's not really aligned with anything, but it's really to keep this blank space and this blank space even, and as well as these two. That bothers a lot of people. That's one of the main complaints, as well as the fact that this blocker is actually very detailed. It draws a lot of attention to itself. Planes, man. So this is the E-white color, right? This is more like an eggshell, it's like an off-white. It's not actually like true white or warm white. It does look good with this striker. Let's talk more about the layout itself. You have exploded F-row, which is always good. You have exploded nav, which is always good. You have offset arrows, which is hit or miss for some people. I actually like an exploded layout like this, although it does make the board bigger. The compressed layout like the KD75 is a little bit too tight, a little too compact, and may cause a lot of missed key presses. If you look at the design, it is two pieces. And it has a screwless design, so there are no screws in the back, which is pretty cool. The stainless steel weight in the back is what comes stock. If you want to upgrade that to the PVD and have the same kind of blue as the badge, then that's going to cost you a little bit more money. They always get you with the cheaper base price, and then it goes up when you add more stuff to make it look cool. It does use a daughter board, so you got your central USB, so you don't got to worry about that. Left side USB is okay, right side is cursed. It is really a preference decision. And regarding this blocker, if you put anything in the top right blocker, there's always going to be concessions as to the placement. In some boards, it's centered along the extension of the keys, and in some boards, it's centered like this, so it's always gonna be a little bit weird. Because of the screwless design, it's a little bit quirky to get the switches in here. What I did was, I soldered in all the switches except the switches near the screw points. And after that, I put the PCB assembly into the top case, put the switches over the screw, and then solder that in. Now it's kind of held in place. If you solder everything all at once, you're gonna find that you can't get the PCB to attach to the top case. Let's talk about the sound, yeah? This is a plateless sound. This is built with PE foam. Right now it has no case foam. I actually really like that sound. It's not as clean of a sound as having a plate. You get a crisper sound that way. This is a little bit more muted when you have plateless. The PE foam isn't driving the sound too much, so you don't gotta worry about it just sounding like a Jelly Epoch, because everyone's doing the PE foam mod these days and everything sounds like a Jelly Epoch. If you like that, great, but it personally makes me not want to do the PE foam mod, and it personally makes me tired of the Jelly Epoch. But the weakness of this board here is the spacebar. This spacebar currently has shelf line underneath it, and then we tape the PCB a little bit around the flex cuts. It sounds fine. It doesn't sound amazing, unfortunately, and I don't find that most plateless spacebars sound amazing. So with this board, the alphas don't really sound hollow without plate. You can hear right here. I think it sounds pretty good even without case foam. If you add case foam, you can remove that hollowness in the spacebar, but then you affect the sound of the alphas as well. The strength of plateless is actually the feel. As you can see, I'm really depressing the keys here. It's just a really fun, bouncy tapping experience with plateless. The SpaceB has plenty of flex cuts. The PE foam kind of holds it together, but having the plateless typing experience is actually my favorite. I type fastest with plateless. It just gives up a little bit of the sound. So it's give or take. You can't have everything. If you add full case foam, it's included. You have PCB foam, you have plate foam, you have PE foam. If you add the case foam, you can actually remove most of the hollowness out of the spacebar, but now the typing experience is a little bit stiffer. It's still bouncy, it's just not deflecting as much. So there's a few decisions you have to make regarding if you want to have more bouncy type experience or if you want a fuller sound. So the board has a front height of 20.5 millimeters, and with the bump on that's like 21.5, and this typing angle is 6.5 degrees. It's actually pretty comfortable. Not that tall.
You have 2.1 kilos, 76 ounces, 4.7 pounds, full built with GMK and case foam.
All right, y'all, my final thoughts on the Thera75. No shill here. Now, I'm sponsored, but I gave it to you straight, right? This board is actually a worthy alternative to the 7V and the Jelly Epoch. If you miss those boards, you can't get them, the aftermarket be crazy sometimes, then enter the GB for this. The badge is love it or hate it. That's the main reason why people are not going for this board, but I actually really like having an affordable plateless board. The new was plateless, the Juby is plateless.
With polyfill?
And you can hear the difference between them. This is a more affordable option, but it's more accessible. The new was a limited raffle, the Juby was expensive as all hell, even on extras, and the 7V, well, you can't really get the 7V anymore. It was unlimited group buy, but the market is like 800 plus. That's too expensive. You can go with this for 315, and if you have the PVD, it's a little bit more. The GB should fulfill sometime around Christmas or a little bit after. I think Keycaps is doing great things in the hobby because they're bringing these really nice sounding and even feeling keyboards with the features that we want, right? You got screwless design, and you have a blocker, and you have 75% at an affordable price. Not a lot of vendors are doing that. And there's no limitation on the PCBs you can buy. That's just my opinion though. Some people may not like this keyboard. Like I said, the badge, love it or hate it. If you don't like the badge, try to go with the E-Black. I'll show this picture on the screen. Whether or not that will fit with more keycaps, that's up to you. I like the badge, I like something different. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.